For the right view, you need car windows and many raw materials to ensure it. We come to another contribution. But today we are not talking about a new car, but about a new recycling topic. Everyone knows that with a new car, like this Audi, here you have a beautiful windscreen without any stone chips. But sometimes this window is hit by a large stone or object. Then it is defective. Sometimes you can repair it, sometimes you have to take it out and then you recycle it. It might be used to make bottles or other things out of glass. VW and Audi thought we would try to work with a partner to make a new pane out of an old one. So you have to recycle it. The whole issue is not that simple. I have now had a look at it. First of all, old discs have to be collected and transported to a recycling company. In this case, the Audi partner is Reiling Glass Recycling GmbH & Co. KG. This company is involved in the production of glass that can be used to make car windscreens. The shredded windscreen material has to be carefully cleaned of windscreen impurities by hand. This is not as easy as it looks. The whole thing is more or less a pilot project that also concerns environmental protection.
Our task is to make a good glass granulate out of this car window, so that the glassworks can melt it down again to make new base glass and then a car window again.
The subject of recycling is not all that simple. This becomes clear when we take our own waste to the dustbin. We also have to separate it. Plastic waste, paper waste and residual waste. It shouldn't end up in the same bin. There is also a bit of rubbish in a window like this. For example, there is the glue that is needed to fix the pane properly. Then there are electronic components such as a rain sensor or perhaps an antenna. This must not end up in the glass that is used for the new windscreen. Magnets and suction systems help to separate the materials. At up to 1600 degrees, glass panes immediately melt into a tough and honey-like mass. The process is very closely monitored and controlled. Molten glass runs through the furnace. But the surface is still rather uneven. This is changed here. Here, a thin layer of molten tin lies on the bottom and the glass spreads out over it to form a smooth surface. Hence the name float glass plant. Here the glass cools down in about 100 meters and reappears at the end of the furnace as a glass ribbon. A diamond creates fractures to produce the base glass. The whole process is automatic and computer controlled. Some new cars are very raw material intensive. The aim is to improve this.
The aim of Audi procurement is to use the highest possible proportion of sustainable materials in new vehicles. We want to close loops wherever it is technically feasible, ecologically sensible and economically justifiable. In the course of our analysis, we discovered glass recycling. We now want to tackle this problem together with our partners.
Only broken glass is used, and for good reason.
The use of cullet has two main advantages for us. On the one hand, we save significantly on raw materials, a finite resource, and can reduce our need for fossil fuels. Secondly, we have an opportunity to save up to 30% of CO2 emissions.
The production of car windows by Saint-Gobain is therefore very sustainable. The idea of producing a new window from old car glass is still quite young but already very successful. Windows must also function 100% optically. Distortions when looking through it must be ruled out, otherwise it will not be approved. The circular economy is a topic of the future that is of great importance for Audi.
Together with our customer Audi and our partner Reiling, we are researching the circular economy for automotive glazing in this project. Together we want to reduce the CO2 footprint of our product. We are also testing new ways to make our company's centuries-old tradition even more sustainable.
Automotive engineering has changed again and again over the last 100 years. The current challenges have become particularly important for our global climate. The recycling issue is very important for all areas of automotive engineering. Without new ways like the one shown here, we will run out of resources on our planet. We must prevent this. Audi and its partners have turned an idea into reality. The Audi Q4 is planned to be the first to be equipped with recycled glass as standard. The premium quality in this circular economy is absolutely necessary in production to meet Audi's requirements. In conclusion, I have to say, compliments to Audi and all involved. Because they have put a fascinating idea into practice. You save a lot of raw materials, some of which are already finite and won't be available for quite some time. And you also save a lot of CO2 in production. I hope that this can also be implemented in other areas. Would be nice. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you will too. Bye.